Well, howdy do. Stop sharing the screen. There we go. Well, there's one of us. There's two of us. How's it going? Don't ask me how it's going because I don't know. I'm having a conversation with three people and there's only two of us here.
Your intro has been very low lately.
That doesn't surprise me. What else can break around this damn place? I just don't even know. I'm ready to go back to like a chalkboard and smoke signals. Because I hate computers. It sits here all week from last week where, works fine all through the week. And right before the show, it just all hell breaks loose. And for no good reason. Like, I haven't even been on my computer today. No good reason. Just, hey, your soundboard has disconnected.
Did you
Your
hear this
audio.
morning that Microsoft was down for like over half of the world?
Really
Yeah.
doesn't surprise me.
Some people are saying, oh, it's because of the Atlas A or 1, whatever. And then other people are like, oh, Gates did it on purpose. But I don't know. It was fine by the time I got up and was doing stuff. Though it was like really, really slow. And it showed my Firefox processes like in there 56 times. Like, why is Firefox open 56 times? No wonder my CPU is at 100% go down.
Yeah.
Happy early Halloweeny to you too, Deborah.
Pre-ween.
Pre-ween. We got the 2 day before pre-ween. And then Jason's is the Day of the Dead, second day of Day of the Dead. Last night was Day of the Dead for our pets, and the legend has it on that night, our pets are supposed to cross the veil and visit us. And we get visitation dreams and feelings from them and those type of things. So I'm wondering, did anybody, because I didn't think about it when I went to bed, I was reading about it again on my walk, didn't think about it or like meditate, pray it in before I went to sleep. Um, Nothing in my memory comes up like anything. But did any of you have any encounters like that where you had a passed on fur baby or a pet that came back to visit you last night?
Hmm. I didn't, but I was sure thinking about my passed on pet.
Really?
Yeah.
That's another one of them is you're going to suddenly start thinking about them.
Hmm. So, yeah, I was wondering more than once. You know how, like, your whatever, your parents, your friends, your family, whatever, somebody passes away, passes on, whatever, and it's like, depending on how you believe what you believe, it's like you're going to see them again someday, heaven, different realm, whatever you want
Yeah,
to.
another dimension, what have
Yeah.
you.
Do, who thinks that you will see your pets again? Because there's been like some people are like, no, I don't think it works the same way for dogs
But
or
who
cats.
thinks that your pets will greet you before the people do?
Yeah.
I do both. No, I'm 100% sure. And every time I send another one over the Rainbow Bridge, I say to my dad, because, oh, had such a, he was such a sport with the creatures and things I would bring home. But it was like one at a time, kind of two at a time. They pass
Yeah.
on. Thanks, Dad. And then once he passed away, it's like, Dad, and can you look out for da 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 da? Like Dad has a zoo, and then every time another one, it's like Thank you, Dad. So I picture like my dad with all my family because I always like see my family like arms kind of interlocked, like especially when someone's sick, like this,
Yeah.
kind of like Red Rover. And then the animals are like lined up like around each of the people's like families.
Yeah, I hope so. That would be pretty awesome.
I think that's like our welcoming committee.
Yeah. Of course, I took my dog, took my goddaughter pumpkin shopping yesterday, and her and her mom, and we drove downtown. There's a church down there that always has pumpkins, out there for sale. They didn't have a whole lot this time. They usually have like hundreds of them. And but anyways, we got out of the car and went to walk over there, the little sidewalk that leads right up to all the pumpkins. And I got my dog on the leash, and typical dog thing, right in front of everybody, she's got to stop right at the grand entrance to the
Oh
pumpkin patch and
no.
take
And
a dump.
pee.
No, take a
No,
dump. I wish
don't.
I wish it was pee. So then I'm like, oh, jeez. Now I got to go find a
In
bag,
the hay.
pick it up. Yeah. So, nothing like a nice dog
Steamer to
turd right
start
at,
the
yeah, right at the entrance to the pumpkin patch.
day. She marked her spot.
Yeah.
He knows what's up.
So, yeah, like a good dog person, I went, got a bag, and I picked it up. So I'm pumpkin shopping, carrying around a bag of dog shit. And I walk back out, and somebody else's dog took a bigger crap right there, and they didn't pick it up. They just left it there. I'm like, oh, you maggots.
That's a big like topic of neighborhood fights on next door.
Yeah.
I used to literally make doggy poop baggies, like kits for people, because I would catch these people and I knew what man it was with this shaggy dog. If you're watching, I know who you are. I see
Yep.
you at the park every night. We say hi, but I know you're the dog lawn shitter. Um, I had plastic bags that had gloves in it. It would be like a baggie with a pair of gloves and two paper towels, like folded up, and another baggie inside. And what else was it? It was like one other little thing. Um, and then I put it into a brown lunch bag. Like I folded all that up into like then a brown lunch bag. So after they had gloves to like pick it up, needed had everything they needed to do it, they could carry it in a brown bag and just throw it away.
Yep.
And I wrote on it like free, doggy bags. Please take one. And there'd be a shit right there on the lawn. I'd get out of the car and be like, that right there,
Yep.
like right under the sign. Like, ooh. I started matching up first which dogs. I'm like, okay, looking at the dog walkers, which dog would first like be a contender for this,
Yep.
size and all. And I found the dog. I
Mm.
caught the guy. He
Yeah.
pees on the girl's lawn across the street. He looks around like this, and then when he sees you looking at him, he drags, come on, and pulls it off like it's the dog's like, what the hell? Like, what's wrong? Like, you're letting me do this. Now I'm in trouble.
Yep.
How does anyone feel about when there's a person who passes? How about their pets at the funeral? They need closure too and visit them before they pass in hospital. I actually believe in letting your animals know when a person or an animal is passing. Um, when I have an animal pass, especially if it's when their baby is part of their litter, I myself will leave the animal in a bed, like in the corner, for a certain amount of time so each animal can go over and smell it and know what happened. person, it's the same thing. I'm gonna let the animal. Usually, just a quick. They come in, their eyes get big, they smell, and then they get out like, oh shoot, and they know. But I really believe animals need to know.
Yeah.
Chloe didn't know about one of her babies that got taken, and she all the time would call for that baby out the window and never knew what happened. And I knew I screwed up with that one.
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
think, Rob?
When our when it came time and we had to take our dog in to have her put down, which was the fucking hardest day of my life ever. Um, yeah, we took Dixie with us, and she got to you know snip her and whatever, say goodbye and what have you. And same when my mom passed. I mean, Tiki was like, she went in there, and wanted to be. So yeah, I think they know. I think they mourn too. Just like people.
Oh, big time. When she would lose her babies, you would actually see the pain in them. When Sunday lost her mama, you would see the pain in her eyes. And while Panda's been sick and like really frail, Love, who has the bad back legs, I have got all these photos of him like laying with her nursing, like they all come around. Like they're not shunning him and kicking him out. He's not hiding, but they're all like surrounding her and like protecting her, and like they all know something's wrong.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Pets definitely don't last long enough. That's for sure.
I never understood like when we were given the option to feel love, and I know it's part of our lessons and everything, but we were given this feeling, especially with like our loved ones and with animals, um, of such an intense love unconditionally. That's like the best feeling about what like life is all about, and then give it in return the absolute worst pain in the world comes from it too, like such
Yeah,
extreme things, like you lose. And when people say, oh, is there time or this or that, well, like what did a baby do to get leukemia, and like why did mama lose her baby after 1 month, like what did the baby do? um just why we get such an intense emotion that leads to such a horrible intense emotion. I mean, I
yeah,
know it's part of our lessons, but damn,
yeah,
it's brutal. It makes you not want to love things,
yeah,
but then you can't help it because they sneak in.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, people always say, "Oh, it's a reason for everything," and blah blah blah. And like when I was little, and my dad died. It's like my mom, my aunt, everybody said, "Oh, God had a plan for your dad." I'm like, "Fuck that! I had a plan for my dad too."
Yeah.
I'm a 4-year old without a dad. I'm pissed. Yeah,
What does God need with my dad?
yeah, yeah. It's like, yeah, I was mad at God for a long time,
I don't blame you.
a long time. I got over it, but yeah, I don't know that that's always the best thing to tell a kid. Maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, it was rough. But yeah, like you say, I mean,
But that is like kind of a go-to answer. People say it's like, like your father was special or your whatever was you needed, like God needed her more than knew that you would be okay and this and that, and God needed her for different reasons. But it still never made sense because it's like, well, whatever you say, I know me,
Yeah.
and I know I still need this.
Yeah.
So
I wasn't okay for a long time.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So why piss on my leg and tell me it's raining? Like
But yeah, I know. I mean, I get it sort of. But
it's got to be part of like the training we get for our emotions and balance and all that. Part of the balance and all that, but it's like just the roughest. I think worse lesson worse than like contracted karma and stuff like that.
yeah, I mean, like when we lost our dog, I mean, I hate to say it, but it's like it almost hurt more than losing like people, you know.
For real.
Mm. And I still, I like be flipping through my phone, and I see a picture of her, and I'm all like,
Oh God, or the memories come up.
oh yeah,
God, it's like hurts, and then I feel like the biggest ass for skipping the pictures because it's like, you horrible person, now you won't even look at her, and so then I'll like look at her and I'll start to cry, and then I'll kiss the picture. It's like I love you, my Skittles, and then it's like, oh my gosh, but now like I'm thinking about her and I'm feeling guilty about this and that again, and just I mean, I know we need to think about them, and that's what helps keep them alive. But well, they're going to be alive anyway. But in our memories and around and things like that. But it hurts so bad, I close it off.
yeah,
All their urns, all their boxes are like up in storage, um, and I got a collection.
yeah.
And
We
it's
had,
very hard to be able to look at their photos without a gut wrenching feeling.
oh yeah, every time. And then you get up in the morning, you're like, oh, good, I feel good today. And you flip on Facebook and it's like memories.
Yeah, nine
It's
years
like,
ago. Oh, look, this was the day that love Peaches started getting his IV when we knew he had kidney failure. But look, I didn't know he had kidney failure yet.
yeah,
But I walk by my dad's picture every day. It's like, hey man, what's up? Like, love
yeah,
you to the moon and back. His urns under it and his pictures over it. You know the picture.
yeah,
And I can look at it. It's got one of those pictures that his emotion actually changes. Like when you look at it, you can actually tell what he's thinking by. And I'm not the only one that says that, but I like this photo. But I mean, I feel I mean, I'm sad, but I always
yeah.
like look up and say something to him. But the animals, for some reason, and I don't know if it's because like we're in, have to take care of them, or we like me, I feel guilty sometimes thinking I should have did something different or
Oh yeah,
put something off too long, or the stuff that goes through us.
yeah,
I can't bear to look at their eyes 'cause I feel like their eyes are like looking at me through the picture, and I feel like a horrible person.
yeah, yeah. We got in, we had ferrets, and they live like 6 or 7 years,
Oh,
and we had seven of them. So yeah, we
I
had to go
used to
through that
want
shit.
them.
They're awesome, but
I was
they
gonna
don't live
give
damn
them.
near long enough. But yeah, we had to go through that seven separate times.
Oh shit!
Sucked. Yeah,
Like
and
we
then
were like little dogs.
some people are just like, ah, it's just a dog or it's just a cat. It's just an animal. It's just a pet. I mean, get over it. Okay, yeah. Let me shoot
No,
you in the
it's
head
like
for a second.
Day Day right here. He's like my soulmate cat. Like the day that he's not either driving me crazy or I'm doing something for him or he's not by my side every damn thing. It's like, where's Day? Where's Day? Um, I don't look forward to these things, and I can't take on the type of rescuing that I've done in the past. Um, and all of them are now like developing, except for one really.
Yeah,
These problems, all of my resources are going towards the care of these animals. So like I can't take on any more for now. I figure when they're gone, um, depending on my age, I'll get something age, equivalent that I'll rescue, and so I still outlive that, but it doesn't outlive me, and keep doing that.
yeah, yep, yeah. I got some friends that we got all these little urns and stuff, and they're like, "You had your pet cremated? You didn't just bury it in the backyard?" I'm like, no, I didn't.
Only one of the babies we tried to bury in the backyard, the one that passed away after a month, and Livermore plate was like impossible, but I got it in there. And then I feel bad because all the other ones have boxes. The ones when I was a kid, they all just got taken away. Like animal control came and took them.
Yeah, yeah, Ziriana. That's like, yeah, I have friends that are like that, and they're like, animals they don't have souls, they don't have feelings. That's why I was asking starting out, like, you think our pets will like, meet us in heaven or wherever, Some people don't think that at all. They're like, no, animals don't work like that. I don't know.
I almost got in a fight with some people on next door. They're talking about rat traps and how this guy's keeping a rat trap up on his fence, and he wants to only keep it open at like night because of the rats. Um, and then squirrels were getting stuck in it during the day. The neighbor kept doing it. Well, this other person says that they live upstairs, and this other guy has an inhumane squirrel trap because now everybody's all freaking out about California squirrels because they're making them with red beady eyes, sending people to the hospital and ripping heads off mice and all this stuff.
Oh, shit.
Saying, "Oh, they're getting into the ground squirrels and doing all this." I don't know what's happening, but I've got my little clan in the back that is my mama that I love, and I will protect them. I almost fought the dude in the back over that squirrel when his dog killed another one. He's like, get it," and then laughed when the dog killed one. Um, so I insisted to ask him if his like penis felt a little bit bigger for that and everything. When he plays baseball and all that, he's probably like missing a few. So I said, "Did that make it a little bit bigger for you?" Um, she said that he's doing it inhumanely, and she can hear the thing suffering and the thing before it dies, and it's horrible, and she can't get anything, like can't, the police, like nobody will stop, so she's got to hear these like squirrels like dying horribly, and you can't like relocate things technically without like a permit. There's like all these different things you have to do. um it's just, and then the guy goes, yeah, but they have fleas and this and that. It's like, so I'm like, so it doesn't mean they need to suffer and die,
Yeah,
like, and you can't like put poison out because it's horrible. And I love all of these. I love these things. Nothing's causing a problem for me, and I wish people could learn how to share their like environment and not just have to poison and kill. Now the rats are a problem.
yeah, yeah. I mean, squirrels can be a problem too in some places. They
Yeah,
like get in, chew the eaves of your house, and get in your house, and tree rats. But yeah, there's ways to deal with that.
yeah,
You know, when I was a kid, there was an old lady that lived a few doors down from us, and she'd come down and pay us to like shoot all the squirrels around her house.
Well, that's what the guys at the vineyards used to do in high school. He would pay us like I wouldn't do it though, but we rode around on ATVs, and the guys would go around shooting all the squirrels in the grapevines for like Wente and everything.
Yep. Yep. We used to shoot all the squirrels that were up, crawling on our house and stuff. And then we got the bright idea to where,
I got older and realized how horrible it was.
my buddy was like, "Hey, I'll make you a bet. I bet I can shoot the stem on that grapefruit." Had a big grapefruit tree in his backyard. Bet I can shoot the stem on those grapefruits and knock them out of the tree. So yeah, okay, let's do that. So then we spent the next hour trying to shoot the stems off of these grapefruits. And of course, we missed, and hit the grapefruits 100 times. And I remember being in the house. It's like Saturday morning, and my friend's mom had made breakfast for us, and she cut a grapefruit and was eating it and bit down on a BB and like broke her tooth. She was pissed.
Oh no.
Yeah, we were like,
There's like bird shot in the can
yeah,
in the
she
coconut.
was pissed.
Oh yeah, I'd be too.
Yeah, when you're eating a grapefruit, and you're just chewing it up, crunchy bite down on a BB.
Oh shoot.
uh, Kids
And
will
they're
be
not
kids.
soft like those little tiny
No,
BB weights, like the fishing weights made out of
no.
lead, that are soft. You could chew right through them.
Yep. Yeah, these are solid brass BBs or whatever.
Yeah, made for. Let's see, it was safe Halloween as well. Wrinkled Dick. What was that on Happy Gilmore thing? Wrinkled Dick, Wrinkled Dick. Or what do you call him?
I can't remember. It's one of the last movies I watched when I was in the hospital.
And
Well,
now
actually,
there's the new one. I haven't
yeah,
watched it.
that's the
Have
one
you?
I watched. It's the new one. Yeah,
See, I haven't seen it.
it's pretty good.
Oh, Pencil Dick. Pencil
Oh,
Dick.
yeah.
I'm getting this stuffy. So Rob didn't dress up for Halloween because he literally just got home by the skin of his pants.
Skin of my pants, big
Skin
time.
of his teeth, the tail of
I'm
his
not
pants.
wearing any pants right now. I dressed up as a pervert for Halloween.
No, I said go with something different this year.
Hmm.
And then I just went to do a 3D spider on my face and had 8 minutes to do so and royally screwed up.
I thought it looked pretty cool.
So I'm just kind of gonna play with filters, and it's like a psycho somebody that you're not gonna want to look out before like this comes like at you, I guess.
I got a shiny knife.
What should we get?
Yeah, I got a bunch of knives, and I got a knife story. I have this one that's got a ceramic blade.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, and ceramic's really hard to sharpen.
Yeah,
So I look it up, and there's this guy. There's this guy,
it's a
and
guy.
he's like, if it has a blade, I can put an edge on it. And so I'm
Yeah,
looking at his price list, and it's like $5 to $7 to have a knife sharpened, and then ceramic blades are $25. And I'm like, damn, he's proud of those, but whatever. So I was going to go down there and pay him the $25 to sharpen this knife. So I drive all the way out there. It's at Tractor Supply, which is it's kind of a ways from my house. Sunday morning, I drive all the way out there. I get there. He's like, "What do you got?" And I hand him the knife. I said, I got this expensive German pocket knife that I've had forever, ceramic blade. And he's like, I ain't going to sharpen that. And I thought he was like kidding with me. And I was like, okay.
Because
Said,
it's German or whatever.
I said, says right here on your price list, ceramic blades are 25 bucks. I ain't going to do it. It ain't worth my time. I'm like, well, driving out here to have you sharpen a blade that you're not going to sharpen, that ain't worth my time either. But here I am.
Yeah. Is it because of where it's from?
No, it is because it's ceramic. He's like, it ain't worth it for me to put it on my diamond wheels.
Oh,
I'm like,
screw you, bitch. Then take
um,
it off of your list, your menu.
yeah, that's what I said. I'm
You
like, well,
fruitcake. If you really don't know what you're doing, admit it.
it's like, here's an idea. Maybe you shouldn't advertise that shit if you're not going to do it for people so they don't drive all the way out here to have you bitch at them about bringing them a ceramic knife when it says right here. I was ready to punch the guy in the throat.
'Cause what do you think you're gonna do? Show up there and then do what? Like, it's not like you're gonna does he sell knives in there?
I don't
So
know.
he figures once he gets you in there that you'll like buy something maybe, or you're like, oh well, I got this other knife here. You think you could maybe put a blade on this for me?
I don't know. I don't think he sells knives, but I mean, he advertises. He advertises knives, machetes, chainsaw blades, lawnmower blades. He'll
Oh
sharpen
hell
anything.
no, he's not gonna do a frickin' chainsaw blade if he's not
Yeah.
gonna do ceramic.
So I took it to another place today, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we'll sharpen it. Be $5." Like,
That's
awesome.
it.
Yeah, I'm expecting it to be more. I left it there, and I had to go back and pick it up. But yeah, I expect it to be more because I tried sharpening it on my little belt that I have, and I got it sharper than it was. But yeah, ceramic is a beast to try to sharpen.
Yeah. Do you have to wet it?
Not really. I mean, you can, but yeah, I mean, I used different grades of sandpaper on my little belt thing that I have, and yeah, it got it a little sharper, but and I mean, it's like a glass blade, so I'm like being really careful because I don't want to like, with my luck, I'd like do something and shatter it, and a piece would go in my eye.
Yeah.
So I'm being really careful. But yeah, this dude said, yeah, owner will be in tomorrow. He'll sharpen it for you. I'm like, all right, cool. It's like, hey, how much is that knife right there? That's pretty sweet looking. He's like, yeah, that one's $660. I'm like, yeah, cool. You can leave it there. Uh,
Well, I
yeah.
got oh
What's
oh
that?
oh 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 oh.
OLMNOPQ.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, how's it go? 9, 10, 11, 12. Do, 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 do. The pinball machine.
Oh
One,
yeah,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I used to be a pinball addict.
Pinball wizard.
I was not a wizard, but I was addicted to pinball. I love playing pinball.
One, 2, 6, 7.
Alrighty, what am I doing here? Well, this is a weird one. Hey,
A
what
weird.
weird? Not something weird from Weird Wednesday, right?
Seriously?
I'll be doggone. I'll be dipped in buttermilk.
I'll be
Well, that's
dipped
weird.
in syrup and call me a pancake.
This one, if I could get it up, that's what she said. Oh, come on, just work.
Oh,
Don't be,
damn, Asariana.
don't be a douche
I'm
weasel
glad he
on me.
got arrested. Do what? A tutor?
Mystery as blue dogs are spotted around Chernobyl's exclusion zone. What? Blue dogs? I ain't never seen a blue dog. Actually, I have. Back in the day when I had my surfboard shop, my surfboard factory running full blast, we airbrushed my friend's dog. We airbrushed him and her, I should say, not him. We airbrushed her and put fluorescent spots all over her, big polka dots. She ran around and was looking quite proud of her paint job for a while until it all washed off. Well, this one says it says dogs have started to turn blue within the area surrounding the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. Members of the Dogs of Chernobyl group, which monitors the dogs that still roam the exclusion zone, noted that recently several of the animals have suddenly turned a distinctive shade of blue. They were not blue last week, the team wrote. We don't know the reason, and we're attempting to catch them so we can find out what's happening. As things stand, there are roughly 700 dogs roaming wild in the area. Damn, they might eat your ass. Most of them are being the descendants of the pet dogs that were left behind when the human population evacuated. The disaster itself, which happened in 1986. Damn, can you believe that was 1986? That was a long time ago. Just seems like yesterday. Saw the number 4 reactor of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant explode, contaminating the whole area with deadly radiation. More than 68,000 people had to be evacuated, and even today, the incident remains the most serious nuclear disaster in history, costing the equivalent of 700 billion and counting. Today, the remains of the destroyed reactor are sealed inside a massive containment structure. Yeah. Whether the disaster itself is somehow responsible for the dogs turning blue or the dogs coming in contact with some of the chemical dye or contaminant currently remains unclear. Efforts to get to the bottom of this mystery remain underway. If it weren't for you meddling kids, we would have found out what turned those dogs blue. And there's a video that I had of these dogs, but it had a bunch of music in it. So I'm not going to play that, but I will show you. There's one picture here, and it's not like they're like fluorescent blue, but it is pretty strange looking color for a dog. Stop that screen share and throw this one up there. Boom. It's kind of a turquoisey green color of blue. But there you see a couple of normal dogs, and then you got this feller right here that
Yeah, I would say that's blue.
that's pretty blue. But yeah, did they? Is there like a pool that has, a pond or something that has some blue dye in it, or did
Just yeah.
somebody get a bottle of Rit and dye a bunch of dogs? 700 wild dogs running around. 700, man, that's a shitload of dogs. That's a scary amount of wild dogs.
Yeah.
Because a couple here and there is not a big
Gosh,
deal,
that's
but
yeah, and they fight. They kill like a little bit.
yeah, I mean, if you're just out there walking around, well, I don't know why you'd be walking around in the remnants of Chernobyl nuclear plant. She might come home a special color too, but but yeah, you just come around the corner in the woods and you see a pack
Could
of
have been used in the past as some sort of a lab animal.
could be.
I mean, people dye their dogs, but those are like foo-foo
Yeah,
rich people. Um, oh, like people are talking diet too. Like when they had that orange. Oh no, here we go. The orange owl flying around. And they couldn't figure out why it was orange. And I was thinking, well, if flamingos are pink because of the shrimp they eat, could that owl be eating some sort of salamander or like some sort of food that's like giving it like this crazy orange color? But
Yeah.
there's these animals around all these like nuclear sites with like all these weird conditions and stuff. It's like
Yeah.
so sad. And they've learned how to deal with it. And I don't even know if like these dogs could get rescued and like put back. It's almost like they change.
Yeah.
Like they want to be in the, like if at least they were in some sort of a controlled pack that they were like given food and not having to fight for their lives and all that. But you can't like give them out to foster homes and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I just look up Fukushima. That's another nuclear plant that
Yes,
took a doo doo. And what's happening at Fukushima Plant 12? What's happening at the Fukushima plant 12 years after the meltdown? Yes, although major leaks have been stopped, some forms of radiation are still seeping out of the site, and a
oh
controlled release of treated water is ongoing. Contaminated
yes,
groundwater still leaks into the surrounding soil and ocean. Though Japan has built underground barriers to reduce this, in August of 2023, Japan began a decades long process of releasing treated water from the plant into the Pacific Ocean.
there's still fuel bubbling up
Ain't that special?
that you can see from the from the pier, like the oil and or fuel like bubbling up.
Yeah.
If I'm thinking of the right thing.
How long until Fukushima is safe again? Safety is a long term process, with some areas already deemed
Right.
habitable, with difficult to return zones remain restricted. The overall decommissioning is expected to take over a century, with a
Yeah.
target completion date of 2051. See, that's,
They need to get some of those like mushrooms, those like black mushrooms that grow on the nuclear sites.
yeah. I mean, I get it. Like,
Yeah, way too primitive.
there's like, a need for nuclear power and this and that. I don't know. Is there a need for it? I don't know. The thing that bothers me with that and a lot of other things, like oil drilling and stuff. I mean, we got resources that we should be using. I don't think we should be dependent on another country for our resources. But at the same time, you can't wait till shit hits the fan to figure out how to fix it, you know? So,
Yeah, you kind of have to have some sort of a plan in place.
yeah, I mean, with nuclear, with everything else, it's like, oh no, shit's hitting the fan. What do we do? Okay, now we got to concentrate on how to fix this.
Even if it's not textbook, you still have to have some. Son of a bitch! He broke my.
Oh, man.
Gosh, nothing is sacred. Oh, I am just so tired of seeing things I love busted. But I have my babies.
Yeah. I have my baby. Sometimes I like to throw them against the wall, but I have. Yeah.
I have a whole cup here. And I don't like to complain because I always get scared. I was going to say, God doesn't do that, blah, blah, blah. But He has. But He has. Even when I said, I'm just saying, okay, whatever, it's happened. When I have complained about what's on my plate and said, I need time for myself, blah, 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 all of a sudden, one of my cats will get severely ill and end up dying. And then they'll start getting sick. I'm like, I take it back. I take it back. I love them. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Please don't hurt my cat. And I've probably lost three or four that way. So when those thoughts cross my mind, I'm like, no, because I'm going to miss them when they're gone. Like, please don't take the cat. I love them. I'm just venting a little bit. It's not too much for me.
Yep.
It might sound crazy, but oh, and then an app I'm not going to mention that we used a long time ago. Something happened and it said something really bad, and I ended up losing one of my animals over it. I don't like to talk about it,
Hmm.
but yeah. What am I looking for? Good night, Dee. Oh, the cup of all the broken stuff in it. Well, yes. Yep, all the wild shrimp, all the radioactive. That's why Rob is doing it the right way, going fishing.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, there's still stuff in the water, but it's still better than what we get.
Yeah, that's true. I try to catch as much fresh fish and stuff as possible.
1 second. Here. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Entertain for 1 second. I need some bits.
Yeah, and you got to be careful too when you buy shrimp or fish. Like when you go in the store and you see Atlantic salmon, it's like, oh, it was must be wild caught out of the Atlantic Ocean. Atlantic salmon. But no, when it says Atlantic salmon, that shit is farm raised.
What today?
It's grown in a big mud puddle with who knows what in it. That's why when I buy salmon, it's like obviously I'm not going to go catch salmon where I live because we don't have them here. But yeah, when I buy it, I try to buy the salmon that says wild caught, from wherever, Alaska or wherever. Costs more, but it's like tilapia. It's like
Ooh,
everywhere you go around here, they have tilapia at restaurants, and it's all like farm raised, grown in a mud puddle tilapia. But you can catch tilapia. If I'm going to eat tilapia, it's going to be, from the Everglades or wherever, caught in the wild at least. I have not
fried
tried.
salmon, please.
Yeah, I have not tried them. I have almost tried them.
I didn't know you could eat those.
Yeah, you can eat damn near anything if you fry it.
I
But
mean,
yeah,
is it really a little? Because they are trippy looking. Is it really like a little crab?
yeah, they're actually mole crabs. But yeah,
'Cause I could dig down in Monterey and catch like handfuls of those.
yeah. Some people have eaten them. There's a guy here in St. Augustine that does. He's got a YouTube fishing channel, and a couple of his videos is he does catch, clean, and cook, and a couple of them are sand fleas,
I might.
tilapia.
That's
It's
something I might try somewhere, but I'm not gonna try to cook it.
yeah, they just fry them whole. They're crunchy little, crispy little nuggets of salty goodness. So I hear, but yeah, I haven't tried them. I thought about it, and then I kind of like shied away from it.
It's
But
the whole flea thing
yeah, if if there was some fried
because they
up,
do get
I'd
all over you.
I'd try them. I've eaten way worse. So
You have,
yeah,
you really have. Well, this man, Oh, and this is my hometown. I didn't get to go this year though. I talk about it every year. I love the Half Moon Bay Pumpkin Festival. I usually go every single year, and that's where I get all of my beautiful, beautiful hand blown glass pumpkins and a pumpkin from the pumpkin patch. But it's also where they have the Safeway pumpkin way off. Half Moon Bay, California. A California engineer and gardening enthusiast won the top prize at an annual pumpkin weighing contest in Northern California after growing a giant jack o' lantern gourd weighing 2,346 pounds. Brandon Dawson of Santa Rosa, California, clinched the victory Monday at the 52nd World Championship Pumpkin Weigh Off in Half Moon Bay, south of San Francisco. Dawson pumped his arms in the air and sat his two children on top of the giant pumpkin, roughly the same weight as a small sedan or a large bison, after being crowned this year's winner. My mind is kind of racing because I was in this position last year when I lost by 6 pounds, he said in an interview. Just, you're eating my. Oh, you got lucky. 3 kilograms. Dawson, a manufacturing engineer at electric vehicle maker Rivian Automotive, said he has been growing massive pumpkins for years. Precision skills acquired at his job helped him with the right watering and sunlight to help his gourd grow, he said. He said he enjoys his children involved in the process. We like to spend time out in the patch and watch the thing grow, Dawson said about his 2-year-old son and 4-year-old daughter. My 4-year-old now can really pay attention to the growing process, especially the giant pumpkins can grow by 50 to 70 pounds a day, he added. 50
Damn.
to 70 pounds a day?
Holy crap. That's some, speaking of nuclear.
Damn. I wonder if they're like injecting stuff in the pumpkin or if that's just from water. Like, how?
I know.
Oh, that's like a
Crazy.
secret, I bet. The pumpkin champ won a $20,000 prize for growing the biggest pumpkin. And I've always wondered how much they actually spend to try to like do all this and do the entries. And I'm sure they've got like several, you know, ones till they pick out which one they think is the biggest. Dawson's pumpkin was the runner-up in last year's contest at Half Moon Bay when the winning gourd, grown by Minnesota horticulture teacher Travis, came in at 2,471 pounds,
That's
and that's
one big ass pumpkin.
on the bottom. He set a world record at the California contest in 23 for the heaviest pumpkin when his giant jack-o'-lantern gourd weighed in at 2,749 pounds.
Damn.
His pumpkin was damaged earlier this season and he couldn't. Aw. It was damaged earlier this season and he couldn't enter this year's contest in California. I wonder if this guy did it. Two brothers in England earlier this month broke his record with the gourd that weighed 2,819 pounds. And I did see the UK one, but I didn't throw it in here, um, for time's sake and everything. But that is a big pumpkin. And I have a video on my um, profile that I believe is real where they've got like a 3,000 pound pumpkin or something like that
Dang.
dropping from a crane. Well, you see it falling from the sky. You don't actually see it like released or anything onto like this like little blue like sedan or like
Yeah.
whatever car, but it like crushes the car, the pumpkin. I don't think it's AI, but it could be. But I don't see why not. They do pumpkin chunking. Why not
Yeah.
drop big ass pumpkins onto cars and see what happens? So
Yeah.
I don't know. You could check that out. See what you think.
So
Hello,
Barry,
seed.
so Barry, what kind of wild game do you think tastes the best to you between moose and yak and emu and ostrich and
Like
frogs and alligators and
like the least gamey.
so like a lot of people like lamb and
Uh-uh.
I don't really like lamb.
No.
I don't know. I just haven't got accustomed to it. I've
My mom
tried
and
it a
dad
few
loves
times.
them, not me.
Yeah. Like where I played, like the last gig I played, my drummer in the band, he's my buddy Johnny owns the place, and you know, he feeds us whatever we want there. Food's really good, and I'm like, hey, what's really good tonight? He's like, oh, get the lamb chops. It was like a $30 meal,
Like the
but
little lollipops.
yeah, and they looked good. I just didn't order them because I didn't want to have them give me a free $30 lamb chop meal that I just didn't like.
Plus, it's like that's a whole like when you get the legs, like that's a whole like an animal only has like two back legs and so many parts. Like Master Chef, when they throw parts of the animal away because of this and that, it's like a whole animal had to give its life just to get thrown in the garbage because it wasn't to your satisfaction.
Yeah.
But the lamb, and I'm Greek, and everything's like shish kebab with lamb and like the little um, flatbreads with like lamb on a stick and all this.
Yeah.
Uh-uh. I like everything else but the lamb.
Yeah, I've eaten deer and I've tried elk. I haven't tried reindeer, but
No,
not Rudolph, not Rudolph.
you don't want reindeer.
I've eaten horse meat. I've eaten rattlesnake, frogs,
I've had
squirrel.
rattlesnake
Yeah,
and frogs.
had squirrel, ducks,
I've had
turtles.
duck.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people love elk.
I had deer by accident because I never ever wanted to eat it. And my ex boyfriend and his dad thought it was so funny to put venison in the chili. And then they had me eat it. And I'm like, this tastes different. And they're like, eat it. I'm like, I am, but this doesn't taste right. And they're, because it has venison. I'm like, you asshole.
Yeah, I've eaten plenty of venison. I like it. I had some ground venison, like ground. It was ground with a little bit of beef in it as well, because generally,
It
venison's
dries
it's,
out.
it's pretty lean. But yeah, it was good. Darcy was the same way. She's like, I ain't eating no deer, and I snuck some ground venison, made some
So
burgers.
mean.
She ate it and said, "Oh shit, it tastes good, but
Okay, well, that's different.
damn you."
See, I didn't like it. I knew I didn't like it.
Yeah, I had squirrel and great squirrel with gravy, and
Yeah, I know people that eat squirrel.
it was good. Yeah, I had when I had horse. I was in Costa Rica.
Oh, I
I
had
had,
like Tyson jerky that someone got from like another state they were at. They brought back like these different types of jerky.
it's how you get to be an ex. Yeah,
The
yeah. What balut is that? Is that like?
egg that gets
Egg?
buried for like 100 years.
Yeah, that's some. I've seen what's his name. I used to watch what's his name, Andrew Zimmer, Bizarre Foods. I've seen him eat those, and he
Oh,
when
oh,
when shit turns his stomach, it's
oh.
funky. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen him eat a few things, and he was like, "This is the most putrid thing in existence." I'm like, "Damn, if it's grossing him out, it's got to be bad." But I do like pickled eggs.
Oh yeah, the baby
Balut,
duck boiled in
baby
an
duck.
egg. That's right.
Oh,
What's the one that you bury that rotten ass egg?
rotten ass egg. It probably wasn't rotten when you buried it.
No, but it becomes rotten.
Yeah, that's usually a quail egg or something, isn't it?
I think
I don't
it's
know.
like a pretty big egg.
Ugh.
I don't know. I don't hang in this.
Baby duck boiled in an egg. Century egg. Yeah.
I forgot it. Oh, okay, okay. But they don't bury the egg first for like a year. I mean, like a century.
uh, it's like you know, who thought of that? It's like who was the first person to eat an oyster? It's like you crack
Oh,
the shell open and it looks like somebody was like, ooh,
well,
oh,
if
I'm
you
gonna
see
eat this.
other animals eating it, especially like indigenous people, like up out here, they're seeing the otters and everything else eating these things and the mussels, so they figure, what is there to it?
A century egg, a Chinese dish made by preserving duck, chicken, or quail eggs in a mixture of clay, ash, salt, quick lime, and rice hulls for several weeks to several months.
Oh, guinea pig.
What do century eggs taste like? They have a strong, savory, umami flavor with a rich, earthy taste, often compared to aged cheese. The experience is a combination of pungent, sulfurous aroma from the preservation process and a complex taste profile. The egg white becomes, this is what would get me. The egg white becomes a gelatinous, salty jelly, while the yolk turns creamy and soft with a taste that can be both pungent and subtly sweet.
Oh, hell no.
I'm looking at pictures of them and they look like rotting eyeballs. It's
I
pretty
can't
disgusting.
have my gag reflex start to go up because it won't stop, and I'm already stuffed too much.
You can watch this.
Do what? Rob? Roberto? Is it me? Yeah, I bet. Um, do you hear me or is Rob doing something? He's frozen on my end. And I can't talk. Yeah, the ghost got Rob. Rob, boo! Rob. Well, he'll be right back. So what's coming up next? Okay, you could hear me. Oh, yeah, hopefully he's not having to start back over. I think whichever one I'm doing doesn't really have to have a photo. I'll just read it. Okay, this is alarming study ranks states most likely to survive a zombie apocalypse, and the prediction. Well, I'm not going to tell you who it's dire for. I want you guys to guess, who do you think is the best state if there's going to be a zombie apocalypse? And who would be the worst state if there's a zombie apocalypse? And maybe I could cover part of that so you don't see it. You'll probably see it anyways, but that's the zombie from the. It's getting very close. The veil is getting thin. Rob. Wait, let me message him and then I'm going to. Rob, I'm just reading an article real quick. I'm hoping you're just resetting your computer and coming back. Restarting. Okay. So, who do you guys think is the best and worst state for zombie apocalypse? Oh, in the room. There, big Apple apocalypse. Apple apocalypse. Heading to the hinterlands during a zombie apocalypse might seem like a survival flick cliche. However, experts agree that population centers are terrible places to be should the undead rise from their graves, with New Jersey topping the least of the least zombie-proof states per a recent survey by the gambling site Casino. So this is Canada Casinos information here. Meanwhile, the Empire State placed fifth on the countdown, proving that even our legions of gritty citizens wouldn't prevent us from getting overrun in a New York minute. How does one scientifically gauge such a seemingly far-fetched hypothetical? The experts at Canada Casino had a pretty smart solution. They evaluated each state's levels of zombie preparedness scientifically based on 6 key metrics. That's Rob. Oh, wait, let me mute this 1 second. Okay, he's trying to restart. His computer is like literally growling right now. Um, 6 key metrics: population density, percentage of water area, number of community hospitals, number of airports, number of fishing and trapping stores, and the no military bases. He should be back. His computer's doing crappy things. So he's trying to restart. Yeah, it's been bad in California. In fact, who is it? Somebody I just read. Um, making it rain because of the dust or something. Okay. Even though it's a conspiracy, they're still doing it. These figures were calculated 100,000 per 100,000 people, and each state was given an apocalypse readiness score out of 10. Invasion might sound like an idea regulated re- to The Walking Dead. More than 1 in 10 Americans believe that this outcome is inevitable per a 2023 study. Over half of those think that this outbreak will go down in the next 30 years. I hate when I can't breathe. This state isn't exactly an Eden when it comes to surviving zombification. With a readiness score of just 1.66, New Jersey ranked as the least prepared state, mostly because it boasts the highest population in the country, density in the country, with a whopping 1,308 people per square mile. It's a lot of people. Other factors in its susceptibility to infection include the fact New Jersey has 9 airports, 2.2 hunting stores, and zero point 0.8 hospitals per 100,000 people. Coming in second was Connecticut with a score of 2.15. Massachusetts and Pennsylvania tied for third. Meanwhile, California, which was the most populous U.S. state with nearly 40 million residents, came fourth place, 2.6, followed by New York in fifth, 2.61. And then again, they're talking about why New York would be so lousy. Meanwhile, Alaska topped the list of states the people would want to hunker down at the end of the world. The Last Frontier notched a readiness score of 7.89 out of 10, with Canada Casino to their super low population density. With just 1 person per square mile, its vast open space offers a very clear and avoiding infection, they wrote. But if everybody's like there, kind of defeats it a little bit. Um, this chick also leads the way, or this person also leads the way in terms of survival infrastructure. They talk about the airports and everything again. Maine proved to be the second best refuge from the infected. They give their scores, rounding out the top 3 states for apocalypse survivability were South Dakota 17 out of 10, Montana 4.93, and North Dakota 4.79 respectively. So then they listed the 10 worst states to be in during a zombie apocalypse. Number 1, New Jersey. 2, Connecticut. 3, Pennsylvania and Massachusetts. 4, California. 5, New York. 6, Illinois. 7, Arizona. 8, Tennessee. 9, India. And 10 is Idaho. And then the best places would be Alaska, Maine, South Dakota, Montana, North Dakota, Wyoming, Hawaii, Michigan, Mississippi, and then Oklahoma and Louisiana they put together. So that's where you'd want to go. And I will put this, I don't know if I posted it. I'll post my profile in the show notes if anybody wants. Okay, I was just going to say, damn it, Rob, where are you? This is Rob right here. Yep. Uh-oh. Let me mute this. Hold on. He's trying to join, but I don't know where to find him because I think I'm a guest. Because I think I'm a guest, so I'm trying to see like where I find you. You had a hard time finding me before. Where did you find me? We're trying to get something to work real fast. I'm going to go out and see if then Rob can come in if I go out. We might have to make a new link. It won't let him back in. Damn it. Okay. What should I do? I'm trying to figure out. I'm going to hit leave.